Hey yo, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. You know what time it is? It's time for a new episode of The Road to Glory. 19 episodes into this series now. We've come a long way and we've got a relatively decent amount of coins. Now, in the previous episode, if you haven't watched that, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. We did some SBCs, we did some daily knockout tournament run, that sort of stuff. And, well, we come back into today's episode, starting things off with what was my Bronze 1 rewards from last week's FUT Champions Weekend League. I get a 25k player pack, and, well, it wasn't great, to be honest. That's a shame. We get Jack Wilshere, which is an 81 rated Englishman. Like, at some point in time, he'll sell for a bit. That's fine. I'll take that. But obviously, I'm not expecting the world. But with a 25k pack, there is, of course, a more of a chance than a normal pack to get yourself, like, the light bars, the billboards, whatever people are calling them this year. Unfortunately, that just didn't happen for us. So I was messing around with the team, trying to see what it would be like if I was trying to fit as many of the OP Prem players that we've got into the squad as possible, and obviously still have that trio of Napoli players. And then this is what the normal team is looking like, obviously how our super team right now. What you're seeing is me selling Dries Mertens. Now, he's absolutely plummeted. There are some people out there that think we're going to get Team of the Year next week. That's not going to happen. There's no way. There's just not with Ultimate Screen being out as a promo. I just can't see it happening. But the market is sort of taking a bit of a dive in some of the more expensive players because people think that loads of packs are going to be open for Team of the Year. It's going to happen in January, surely, right? But I sell a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not currently using because I had this idea that, well, actually, in-game I have been switching to 4-1-2-1-2-2 rather than the 4-2-3-1 like I originally built that squad with Mertens for. So I currently had one too many attacking midfielders or attackers in the squad. And so I'm buying some players here, a little Real Madrid trio and, of course, a Barca goalkeeper, with the most expensive player coming into the squad being Luka Modric, 89 rated. Someone who, at the capture event, was literally a next-level player and is one of those top-tier midfielders that you see in a lot of people's strong, crazy teams. So, this is the new squad. We removed one of the leagues. We used to have Bundesliga, Serie A and Prem. Now we've just got Prem and La Liga, but it's looking like a very strong squad that can be changed to the 4-1-2-1-2 like so. And of course, we've got the likes of Varane and Rudiger. That's a great partnership at the back. Carvajal, Danny Rose, Bakayoko holding with Dembele and Modric in midfield. That just makes me happy. The old Tottenham boys, of course. And then, of course, we have Mkhitaryan at cam. I want him more featuring because he's incredibly fun. And then, of course, we have Son and Martial up front, who, of course, I think I keep saying of course. Sorry about that. Those guys have been doing the business for us. And then so, like some episodes, you often see me just going out and buying random players at quite high ratings. It's obviously because I'm going to be doing a little bit of an SBC. I figured that along the way somewhere, I'm going to want a Prem striker. And for around 8 to 10,000 coins, I could pick one up and have him for 20 games with some pretty decent stats on him. And if you haven't guessed already, it is going to be the loan version of Player of the Month, Harry Kane. I think they've changed the game this year by giving those 20-game loans out because I think that's a great amount of time to use a player, and I will happily always put in 10k if I think that's someone that I'll use down the line. So I've now got a plethora of loans, right? I've got Harry Kane after I do this SBC right here. I've still got 20 games on Player of the Month, Mane. I got Overmars in the last episode as well, so I got 20 games on him. Still got like 9 left on Del Piero, 17 left on Rui Costa. I think I've got Griezmann and Lacazette in the club as well. So these are all players that eventually will fit into my squads. And when I'm looking for an English striker to fit my new team, I'm going to think of Harry Kane because that's going to work. So it may not seem financially sensible right now, but along the way, trust me, I'm going to get the use out of those loan players. I'm not just going to hold on to them forever and never use them. I aim to put them into teams. So At that point, I was down to like 61,000 coins, which is an alright amount considering I've now got my full cool super team with the likes of Modric and stuff in it. So I decided that I was going to do the bronze pack method, get myself down to 50,000 coins, and without, what I normally do is like list things up as I'm doing the packs, and sometimes then they sell while I'm still opening packs, and then when I get down to that round number, like 50k like I was going for, some stuff has already sold, so I've actually opened more packs than I wanted to. So today I just sent everything that I wanted to sell to the transfer list, and then once I got down to 50k I went in and listed everything, and I don't think we profited from that particular little run. I didn't get very lucky, but of course I got like 4 squad fitnesses, I got some healing cards, loads of players to just go into the club, and then I was able to sell a few thousand coins worth of players on after opening like 11k worth of packs. So we were probably 4 or 5k away from breaking even there, and there's loads of stuff in the club. So I see it as a bit of a success, even though it doesn't necessarily look like one right now. So, it's time to take our new squad, and as you can see, this is how I'm playing it in-game. It's time to take them into our online seasons, our online divisions. We are currently unbeaten in Division 9, like 4 wins in a row, and if we get a point or a win here, we'll win the division and obviously get pushed up another level to Division 8. So, I shouldn't have sweated that right there. I should have done the more like, well, the less sweaty thing, which is just take the shot. I don't know why I didn't just take the shot with Martial. I thought I was getting closed down a little bit too quickly. I don't know. I thought it was a sure goal if I was to take the sweat, but it didn't work out for me there. However, it doesn't matter because not too long later, Heung-Min Son absolutely fire blasts one into the top of the net. This guy, in today's episode, is going to go on a bit of a scoring spree. I think moving him up to the striker role in my online game, so he's not going to be sat back at cam or out as a wide cam in the 4-2-3-1 and stuff like that. I think it's going to really become a decent strike force. Martial and Heung-Min Son, like those two are pretty good, you know, they're good firepower for the squad online. They're known as like overpowered players. But we do go 2-0 up. It doesn't last too long though. This guy gets a goal back before we go into the half-time break. Just some sloppy defending and stuff. I restarted my internet before I played these games. I obviously always struggle with lag in online seasons when it's like peer-to-peer rather than the daily knockout tournament or weekend league. Those servers are normally fine for me. But yeah, I always struggle with a little bit of delay and button delay and whatnot, even though my internet says it's in good standing, like 6 ping and 60 meg down. Like, surely that should be fine for online gaming, right? Doesn't quite work out that way a lot of the time, though. I always get delay and lag and rubbish. But this game, I closed it out in the 74th minute. It's quite an even second half, actually. It could have gone either way. If he was to get that equalising goal, I feel like he'd be in the driving seat to then go ahead and win. Whereas, you know, me running down the line and sticking one in with Martial there has helped us to actually secure that victory. And, of course, get promoted from Division 9 to Division 8. I'm not finding it super easy in these divisions because I feel like everyone is always like playing daily knockout tournament and stuff like that, and they don't really focus on the online seasons. So the caliber of player in Division 10, 9, 8 so far seems to have been relatively high, whereas I guess after like Christmas, you go into Division 10, you're just going to win 10-0 every single game because there will be Christmas noobs, right? So I'll stick a little fitness card on and we go on into our next game here. This guy's called Fitness, so I guess this is not his main squad, it's just one that he's rocking with all his main players on the bench in order to get his fitness back for the players. We've sort of stopped doing that. I just have the main one squad now, although I do have a bit of a Prem team that I'm rocking in the background, but I don't really use it. I try and get a goal with Luka Modric. It's something that I always do when I get a new player into the team, but I haven't been successful yet. Mkhitaryan unfortunately hits the post, and then the rebound header from Martial is saved nicely by Donnarumma. Feel like we should have probably gone 1-0 up there. Danny Rose then whips one into the back post. Martial should score there. Another fantastic save from Donnarumma, who was definitely in God mode. My goalkeeper, however, wasn't in God mode, as you can see from that particular strike right there. Zielinski, who I'm not sure what his shooting stat is. It's not good enough to score a first-time banger from that distance when I got an 85 rated keeper in goal. What's he doing? Why isn't he saving that? Why is he diving downwards instead of across? And then I let that in. One random Hail Mary ball up in the air across the pitch, and it drops perfectly to Felipe Anderson, who volleys it home. Lovely volley, to be fair, great goal. Just feel like you had no intention of doing that through ball to him. And as you can see, I dominate the first half, but 2 shots, 2 goals for my opponent. Right, okay, luck of the draw. Sometimes that happens. So I'm 2-0 down at the end of the first half. So I've got a job to do to get back into this game. Some really nice passing play, hold up play from Dembele there, the through ball from Martial, and then a solid low driven finish across the keeper or under the keeper from Heung-min Son is what gets me 1 goal back in this game. I'll take it. And now I can feel like driving forward and trying to get another goal in this game. You can see I'm fast forwarding it here. Kick-off goal inbound. Well, not for my opponent, but we can almost reverse it because Mkhitaryan plays it down the line. Great first touch from Martial, whips it in with his second touch, and then the first time lovely volley from Heung-min Son gets his second goal of the game and our equaliser in this game. So that was brilliant. That was some really, really nice play, and it was so satisfying in the not nice conditions in this game. The first touches of both mine and my opponent's players seemed really off, and it just wasn't a fun game to play. So when that went in, it did feel quite good. I then push forward. It's time to get the winner here, guys. The shots that I was taking with Heung-min Son, probably not the smartest, and good saves from Donnarumma, of course, nonetheless. That, however, from Koulibaly. I don't care if you're Koulibaly and you've got like 4 shooting. You've got to score that. And obviously you know what's going to happen, don't you? Yeah, that happens. Right back, Basta. Somehow I don't clear it. Somehow he's there to nod it in. 90th minute of all minutes of the game. Obviously that's going to happen. And then, well, as you can see, just seeing out the game with not many seconds left on the clock, he eventually wins it. Very, very fortunately. Yeah, that's rubbish. That made me annoyed because I dominated that game and don't know how I lost. So not a good start to Division 8. What's that all about? I should have easily beat that guy, and it was probably down to my finishing, taking some silly shots with Heung-min Son when I probably could have taken another touch, hit a different version of a shot, like a low driven instead. Those sorts of issues are what are stopping me from closing out some games on FIFA 18. So then I come up against a nice-looking Serie A squad. He's got the likes of Inform Brozovic and some other good players in the team. Some nice hold-up play and passing there from Heung-min Son. Lays Martial off. And within 1 minute, or within 2 minutes, I have gone 1-0 up in this game. A really nice start to this one. It just flowed. His defenders were nowhere. I guess that probably counts as like a kick-off goal because it's within the first minute. I think there's some bugs in the game where some players are really out of position and stuff from the kick-off, which is why those kick-off goals do go in more often than not, and you just feel like you can't do much about it. However, go down the other end, well, the same end, a few minutes later, literally, as you can see, 6 minutes on the clock, and Heung-min Son gets a double nutmeg to score that goal. It goes through 4 legs. I like it. I'll take that one. I might even title this video that. I'm not sure. If I figure out a better title, I will name it that. But if not, this episode may be called The Double Nutmeg. We'll see. You'll know by the time you're watching this. I do concede a goal, though, just over 10 minutes later, because nice 1-2 from Cuadrado. This guy liked his Cuadrado. I reckon it was probably his favourite player because he was forcing the ball to him a lot, doing some skill moves, some 5-star skills and whatnot. Hit the bar, or crack the bar with Luka Modric right there. Would have been really nice to secure a goal with that particular shot. And then Mkhitaryan bangs it, keeper saves. Like, again, that could go in. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Lovely dummy and a first touch from Son, and then I just drag it wide of the post. And I'm fearing the worst, you know, just like that last game. Am I going to, like, lose out by 1 goal in this one? Am I going to get, like, a really rubbish draw or something because it's not quite working for me? Well, Heung-min Son quashes those rumours because that's one of the most powerful headers I've ever seen. Ridiculous power behind that one. He decides to then go on the skill offensive and hit me with the fake Rabonas and rainbow flicks and whatnot. So obviously I get the ball with Mkhitaryan and rainbow flick it over his skiller and Cuadrado. So that was fun. And then for the rest of the game, because I knew I was 2 goals up, doing my best to hold it in his area of the pitch, trying to score another goal, but mainly doing skill moves and stuff to try and wind him up after he was busy skilling against me, just to show him that, you know, there's a couple in my locker that I know how to do as well. So there you have it, guys. That is 3 games in today's episode. 2 wins and 1 loss, which I didn't deserve. So I'm a bit salty about that one still. The new team, I don't know. Is it, like, I think it looks cool and all that. And it looks like it's really OP and stuff. But obviously I've still got time to gel with this one because I was conceding goals and stuff. I'm not certain on ter Stegen whatsoever, but the only options would be for me to get like Courtois or something, because I need chemistry for Rudiger, or I guess I could get like Karius, but he's surely not as good as ter Stegen. I don't know, bit of a pickle. We've got like 50-60k to work with. Let me know what I could potentially do with this squad right here. Smash a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a good day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.